Alright guys, I'm back. Whoops, this is still up for some annoying reason. Sorry. I looked through my keybinds this time. I remembered to do it, and whatchamacallit? Wow. There was nothing. Is what I'm trying to get at here. So that was a wash. I'll just have to. I actually also checked out my thread that I had posted about this. And according to, I got a response from Phobos, and he said, "Tell me what features you think we're missing." I'm like, "Sweet." So I've actually talked to him several times about streaming things, and I'm very happy with what they've got so far. Anyway, now that my little monologue there is done, let's see if I can observe a match while also managing to. Oh God, I no longer have control over myself. Uh oh. Let's try this fresh, fancy OCT. Oh, Crucia, classically good medic. Let's see how his bio play is. Apparently really extra trolly. Sneaking up on recons every day. Wrecking them, apparently. Alright, how are we doing here? Looks like red is mostly at the top, but it's very fresh. Only had a few, sneaky biotech. Now, flank. Oh, wow, did they already cap A? That's, that was triage, I believe. Yeah. I cannot wait to get that ability. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, someone in the thread told me they wanted more first person of better players, so I'm trying to do my best for that. I'll still try to balance that with the zoomed out perspective of being able to see the entire fight and actually make a strategic comments on what's going on. Tempted hack there didn't quite pull through. Looks like it was just the initial kind of, oh, we made it there before they did, pop the hack and hope we can get people in time, and no, they couldn't. Good hold from the defense. Let's check out Wowbagger here. He's been pretty solid in the previous games I've been casting. Lots of shotgunning going on from Kaikanar. Oh, I love the shotgun. It's such a fun weapon. Lots of poison. God, the poison on OCT. And wow, maybe I wasn't looking at his hit points, but it felt to me like he went down really fast. Maybe he was already low. Let's zoom out a little. So it looks like we have a pretty solid push coming in from red. They've got a lot of people pushed up into the room, which is always a good sign. But they're kind of starting to get surrounded and flanked and cut off from their reinforcement path. And it's not like one of those things where you go, like, where the team is running all the way back to your reinforcements. No, if you cut them inside the room, they're just going to get shot up like fish in a barrel. And yeah, you can see, they just all, look at that. Look at that kill board up there. Crucia doing some work, though. Trying really hard to hold on to this foothold, but getting pushed out of the room, and that will end that push. They'll have to reassemble, start again. They're starting to form up here. Actually, that's a lot of corpses right there. They might be able to get a quick ninja cap here. There we go, yeah. Cyros behind a force field. I didn't even see him doing it. Saw the force field, didn't think to look behind it. And now, look, you can see the attackers have a huge foothold in here. They've already hacked the point. I'm really going to bet this is going to go through. You got poison going out. I'm getting teleported again. We have this going. Yeah, there's so much area denial from this poison. It's so strong. And that's actually also another thing I'll say as an answer to those people who say, oh, it's so overpowered and it's too good for holding a point. Well, once you get pushed out of a point, it's equally a waste of a slot for pushing back in, quite frankly. It doesn't do you any good when you're trying to push in, because if you try to run in and poison a whole team, you get murdered. Anyway, they've capped this. I don't know why they're not pushing up more. They're really giving the defense a chance to respawn and set up. and get in position before they just make a brutal assault. I mean, yeah, you take a couple seconds to reform, but hanging around here and shooting people is not an effective use of your time. Then you got a couple people trying to hero it back here. Let's get some perspective on war strategy here. One of the better NGs I've played against and spectated. Gets stuck in the Thunderdome and doesn't care. There's the poison now. That's going to make him cough up a storm. Down to about 300 hit points. Not in a great position here. Looks like he's got the regeneration frame module though. So if he can stay out of combat and harass with it for a bit, and he gets taken down by Crucia, who's as well almost dead, but finds his way out to a health kit and rushes right back into the fray. And poison trail? One would have expected him to pop a poison trail right there. Yeah, there we go. But see, he should have popped it a few seconds earlier to make sure he actually got the full effect, because as it is, there's not that much poison on the ground. All he really did was suicide himself. What do we got here? Yeah, Ander looks like he's doing at least some work. Crucia doing most of the work for this team. Wow, 12-3. Well played, sir. They've got a lot of attacking pressure, and wow! That was a really cool zoom in it did, because it just barely caught him on the edge of that splash for the kill. So I guess they do have a way to do that, to track that for assaults, since you can't headshot people. Maybe it's for direct hit kills, I don't know. If so, that's going to get really kind of spammy whenever you're first person's backing an assault. And he's empty. I don't think he realized how low he was on ammo when he started flanking around like this. I don't know why they're trying to do this flank thing. They had a really great foothold. Sorry, I'm zooming out of that mode. Oh, here they go. They got the hacked on now. But there we go. Poison going down. Stop war strategy from unhacking. They've got the flank pressure coming around that they were just building up. I don't think... the poison was just coming down. Come on, why'd you teleport me right now? This is critical. I think they're gonna defend it, maybe? Nope. All went down to a variety of things. And a 6-minute OCT round, that's tough to come back from. Anything under 8 minutes is really, really tough to try to beat. Unless you have two teams that are just bad at defense. But that's just not really all that common. Alright, let's do the switch. I'll leave it on Crucia for a bit, because I do think that if I'm in this chase cam mode, it doesn't screw up nearly as much. It doesn't do the bouncing around thing, because the bouncing around thing seems to be at resetting to a player position of some kind, and I have no idea. Again, I keep saying this, I have no idea what's causing it. It's really frustrating me. Excuse me, a little bit of citric acid. Because orange juice is delicious. Trying to decide what I should do for dinner tonight. I really feel like pizza, but at the same time, pizza costs money, and I could just heat up some chili or some spaghetti sauce and have that. That's right, you're hearing about my food life now. I'm just that important that I think you care. Let's zoom out real quick and get a good perspective on the opening push, and then we'll zoom back in. Excuse me for just a sec. Wow, that was a lot of opening kills right there for our attacking team. I guess people just were in bad spots. Or were those, maybe those were still left over from the, yeah, I think those are left over from the end of the round. That's really weird that they're not, yeah. Wow, I don't even know. That's a bit of a bug. I'll post that up or send it to Phobos or something. God, I swear, Red 5 is one of my favorite dev studios in terms of staying in contact with the players. There's really no one... There we go. There's some kills. There we go. The boards are fixing themselves now that the kills are happening on both sides. Alright, let's zoom in on... Who's doing well? Who was doing well last round on that team? Damn it, now I don't know. This is why I need a second monitor right here, so I can ask you guys and actually be able to read without having to tab out. Alright, zoom in on Crucia, because I know he was playing well. Maybe I'll learn a thing or two myself about how to be an awesome biotech. Good use of poison right there. Deny them the ability to push out. And kind of, I mean, not only was it in the middle of a fight, but their obvious goal was to push in this tunnel right here. And even if they were to win the fight, he would have delayed that push by about 7 seconds, giving his team a chance to reset. And, oh, it doesn't quite pick off Wowbagger right there. It came really close. Looks like someone sniped him off anyway, so whatever. Oh, gotta watch those jets. The change to jet motion means that it's now a lot easier to stall out. If you're low on jet energy and you're trying to both kill your momentum going backwards and move upwards, it's very, very difficult to do both of those at the same time and actually make any sort of progress because of the fact that all jet energy is now directional. Wow, that triage does make it really fast. I really can't wait to have that.
Changing the magazines.
Bouncing around a little. See if we can find anyone in a fun little fight here. I don't want to give any of you motion sickness. And let's zoom in on the other team. Hit up war strategy here. Looks like he's about to push in. Good. Clearing turrets. Turrets are so easy to clear now. If people aren't paying attention to you, clear the turrets before you start shooting them. Because they probably won't notice you until you start shooting if they're busy doing something else. And not clearing the turrets means you just have to put up with them. They lock on so much faster, they still deal good damage, but they're much, much easier to clear than they were before. They have almost no health. So please, please, I beg you people, clear turrets when you go into a room. It's so critical, because you don't want them to just have... If you leave turrets alone, they end up with... Yeah, see, they have 3 up here already, 4 up here already, and 5, because they can have 6. Look at that. Look at how many turrets there are. Why can't I hold all these turrets? Attackers still failing to make any sort of real coordinated push. I can't recall them ever establishing a real foothold, getting a hack off. I could just be misremembering. But they're in these kind of 2-man groups. 2-man groups worked back when you had a medic assault combo, because you were a very mobile, high damage combo that could operate independently. It doesn't really work now. Not on OCT. You need constant power. 2-man groups probably still work on Harvester. I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I'll give you my experiences tonight after I play. Oh, can't wait for that. It's going to be fun. Seriously, all y'all who have keys and have already installed this, please, please come play Harvester. It's such a fun mode. Oh my god. I'm sorry I couldn't get the streaming for it working. It was very iffy. I'll try it again sometime when I'm not streaming, see if it's just the spec for that is particularly bad or something like that, but I don't want to try it again until I've tested it. Yeah, just nothing really going on here from the attackers. They're not able to establish any sort of foothold. It's just not helpful. Look at all these freaking turrets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 turrets. 8 freaking turrets. Please, people, clear turrets. And yeah, there's absolutely zero chance of the attacking team pushing the amount of time. Hack time alone would not be fast enough, but hack time plus travel time plus attack and defend time. No way they can pull it at this point. They definitely fought hard. It's not like they're not trying, but they just couldn't manage to pull it out. Let's just, for the end of this, we'll get another zoom in on Crucia, since there's nothing amazing happening, and he seems to be playing very, very well. Yeah, when I'm not actively trying to heal. He seems to not really be using his secondary. I don't know if maybe he still has the grenade launcher in his secondary to give him some more AoE presence. But, I really like... I personally use the submachine gun as my biotech secondary because I like to have a more reliable... Oh, he's got the shotgun. Okay, that's why it wasn't. Oh, no, duh. He was just using the shotgun alt-fire. No, so I don't know what he's got as his secondary. But my personal choice is to use the submachine gun so that I have something that can't be dodged when I'm shooting it at them. It's very helpful to have that kind of constant harassment weapon. How are we doing on time? Alright, looks like we're going to do a couple TDMs, and then I'll probably be done for the night. What are you guys saying here? Oh yeah, Hacky, that's why I want to play Harvester. It's pretty fun. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Harvester night. I got the I think it was a Twitter thing. I got, oh, cool, I find myself now in a watchtower. Oh, is this, which one is this? Where am I? Oh, I'm outside of any, oh, it's because I don't have the Broken Shores sin yet, ever since it changed. But this should be the edge of Broken Shores. I've been to Seagoos. I think there's something else down here. This should be the research facility, Sunken Harbor, and I want to go past here because there was some really... I was one of the guys who figured out how to fly to Sunken Harbor before it was technically supposed to be open. So there's some really interesting stuff over there that I really want to go check out. I'll probably do that after Harvester tonight. Let's watch one of the recorded matches. Sunken Harbor, let's go. Because all the live matches are too far in for them to be worth catching the last 30 seconds of. Alright, here we go. Oh, this one started right in. Feels good. People I recognize. I mean, I've seen these names. I don't know their skill level. They're not people I really pay a lot of attention to, I'm not gonna lie. Is that the... I don't know. I was trying to figure out if that was the different assault cannon. There's the bombs away. So this is a tier 2 match, you can tell. Let's get a sense of the engagement here. Looks like it's pretty even trading so far on each side. Slightly greater advantage to red, I believe, because they're actually getting some revives off instead of just letting people go down. Yes, that's the big advantage in this, is if you hold the field after a skirmish, is getting the revives off. So you really don't want to, you don't want to give ground if at all possible. That's the thing, because if you give ground, you've probably lost a player doing it, and then they push past. And even if you wipe them, you won't have time to get back and revive. So much of deathmatch is about being able to hold ground long enough to revive your team, and I just think people really don't think about that enough.
Reloading.
Oh, camera warp. Let's watch Carnivorous. Yeah, Healing Wave and Poison Trail, the usual combo. Seems to be the most common thing. I personally would prefer to have Triage. Yeah, it looks like he's using Poison Trail. Most of the cover is Retreat. I'm not a huge fan of Poison Trail on Sunken Harbor. It's got a couple good spots. Inside the boat in the center is particularly good if there's an engagement going on in there. But that's not... It's weird. That used to be a much more common engagement zone. It just isn't anymore. Although that's probably because when you were pushing through it previously with a medic, like a 1v1 in there, just having a medic just top you off at the beginning, or like drop in and give you a quick heal, it gave you a very quick path through, and you would get topped off afterwards. But now, if you want to push through there, you'll probably meet resistance, and you'll probably lose most of your health and pop out in the middle of the fight with no health. Yeah, another thing about the executing, for those of you who don't realize, a portion of the time, cooldown resets spawn when you execute someone. So not only are you making sure to get the point for someone, but you're getting your cooldowns back, which for a class like Biotech or like Engineer, that's huge! Absolutely huge. Imagine you Poison Cloud to kill someone, you pick it up, you get another Poison Cloud and just drop it to kill more people. Engineer, you you get another turret immediately, you get another shield, you get another mine, you get all of those amazing cooldown abilities. It'll be even better for things like triage on the medic, or like bombs away on the... Like, look at that. That is so cool. I feel like a lot of people are going with that. It's the only assault frame I've seen, so I'll be interested to see how the rocket launcher works when my friend picks it up. We have a slight lead for blue team, 4 points ahead, so less than one full team wipe. That's kind of how I judge things. If you have more than one full team wipe worth of kills of an advantage, then you're in a pretty solid position. But any less, and they could just have one really good skirmish, and you'll suddenly be behind. It's like, I'm trying to figure out what else. There's been another game that I've judged in that way, but I can't remember what it is in terms of having a lead. Whatever. Oh, I think it's Han and Dota. If you have more than one team fight's worth of gold advantage on someone, you're at a pretty solid advantage team-wise. But I'm not really going to go into detail on that here because that's not a game y'all care about. Well, I know some of you care about it, but it's not what you're here to talk about. And looks like Red is starting to catch up, although Killer right here is just really desperately trying to give his team a disadvantage right there. And we're at the point every single kill is huge. Funky Bacon looks like he's about to go down. Tried so hard to hold that, but if they can pick off Sergeant Feelgood before he can get the execute, they can pick him right back up. And please, one of you, turn around. Res him. Don't let that point happen. Come on, guys. Look at him. He's crying. And then he disappeared. And they got a point. Blue on the cusp of taking this. Ashan is dead. It looks like he got bombed into the ground from the... He even got executed by the bombs. That was pretty funny. But just, oh, Killer, why? Your team's 1 point from death. Oh, Theron goes down. Funky Bacon goes down. One of them gets executed, and game over. Pretty solid match. A couple misplays. Apparently you have Skulls just murdering people. Remind me to keep my eye on that name in the future, because this was a group of fairly good players, and he absolutely dominated them. And I've got one more deathmatch in me, and then we'll be good for the night. Versus Observe. Deathmatch. 11 minutes ago on Moisture Farm. Anything in particular you guys want to see? Any map in particular? Let me know. Do 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 do. Okay, that's probably really annoying, and probably your answer is no. You don't give a shit what I cast. You just want Firefall. So let's do this one. Oh, T-Dops, sweet. T-Dops is a pro. I'll just spec him. Is he still playing, Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. It's my nemesis, the 3 sniper team. Alright, T-Dops. Give me some good footage. You're a bro. Usual start. Looks like snipers are trying to take a position up, looking down on the spawn. Tier 2 match, can tell by the immediate use of bombs away from Joker Prime. That crater. So he just, oh my god, he just got a kill with that. Wow, that's a really not an auspicious start for our blue team right here. Dementia trying to run it back, but down 3-0. I mean, certainly nothing anywhere near insurmountable. Joker Prime doing so much work, jeez. He goes down to T-Dops. Yeah, that's my boy, right there. Shout out to T-Dops. Oh god, the execute shot. That thing is sweet. He's trying to bring down this recon. They're trying to... you have a split up here from guys who respawn in a separate spot, and then the initial spawn. Yeah, someone get him up. And camera warp. They're doing a good job of trying to play at least a little defensively and not give up points they don't have to. They're rezzing, unlike a lot of people. Cough hack, public players cough. Not an elitist, I swear, except I am. I'm sorry. Looks like this fight seems to be swinging in Blue's favor. They've lost one dude, gotten a couple. They picked off Joker Prime, who seems to be the one doing the most work on them. So that's a bit of a boon. But it feels like they're getting ringed in by there go those execute shots. Those are good. What is that? Must be that boomerang shot that I keep seeing on the kill boards. I have no idea what it does, but it looks pretty cool. Again, ooh, big LRM right there, picking off both T-Dops and Xerath. Looks like Goku is going to try to get them up. He doesn't have triage, so it'll take him some time. And in the meantime, Arisu getting picked off, and PB Nutter Ninja coming in and picking them both. Jeez. Alright, well, you know, I'm consistently being proved wrong by these multi-recon teams, where the recons just play very, very well. Although there's not really any semblance of class balance on here either. You know, I'm trolling the 3 recon team. 3 biotech team is not amazing in TDM either. Again, the same thing I don't like about recons. You don't have just the out-and-out brawling power that an Assault and Dreadnought core team has. I think biotech is a little better in that respect. They're designed to be able to fight some, but it's not the same level of strength. And wow, full team wipe on the blue side. This is just not looking good for them. They've Red has 2 more points incoming because Xerath is going to die. There they go. Goku is... his health is just bugged. Okay, there we go. That was very weird. Oh god, he just lost all of his health. Run, Goku, run! Let's check out Joker Prime. Oh, he's got DD. This is not friendly. So not only has he been bossing people the whole game anyway, but DD, he picked up a cooldown reset. Just camping this area, trying to catch people. Looks like Blue spawned mostly together up there, but this is just not going well for them at all. Joker Prime giving precisely 0 fucks about everything. That boomerang is so weird, and I want to know how much damage it does and what its special effects are, etc., etc. Went up for a crater right there and got brought down by needles. We was in the air, so it never went off. That's the problem with crater. You're so vulnerable, and it's so easy to dodge. I just hate the ability with a passion. Oh. Dementia trying so hard to be the core of this team, but there's too much. That's the thing, he's not mobile enough. He doesn't have anyone who's mobile enough to really pick off those recons for him. You have a Risu going recon to try and deal with it, but really they could benefit hugely from maybe a couple of assaults instead of all these biotacs, because the assaults, with their mobility and their long-range presence, if they're aiming right, at the very least they can pressure the recons to make them stop, turn them into less of a force, but just also pick them off. So, I mean, multiple recons perfectly good when you don't have the team composition to deal with them. And when Arisu goes down, that is game. Alright, well, like I said, everyone, that's it for the night. Thank you so much for coming out, and I appreciate your time. Have a good night. Hopefully show up in about an hour to hit up Harvester with all of us. Alright, have fun, and see you later.